the book summary from culturalintelligence.training. In this video, we're looking at the book When Cultures Collide, Leading Across Cultures by Richard Lewis. This book will help you navigate our increasingly globalized world. Whether you're a leader, team member, or someone who loves learning about cultural diversity, this book offers insights into how people from different cultures think, act, and communicate. In this review of Lewis's book, we will explore key takeaways, practical frameworks, and real-world examples that will help you thrive in cross-cultural interactions. Let's start with an overview of the book, When Cultures Collide. This book focuses on how cultural differences shape behavior, communication, and leadership styles. From his research and cross-cultural work and life experiences, Richard Lewis created an essential guide for anyone working across cultures. Lewis reminds us that understanding cultural differences isn't about stereotyping. It's about recognizing patterns to help us bridge divides and build strong connections. The book focuses on the Lewis model of cross-cultural communication. This model categorizes cultures into three broad types. 1. Linear active cultures. These are task-oriented and highly organized cultures, such as the cultures of Germany or the US. 2. Multi-active cultures. These are relationship-focused and people-oriented cultures, such as the cultures in Italy or Argentina. 3. Reactive cultures. These cultures are listener-driven and harmony-seeking, such as the cultures of Japan or China. In our global economy, teams and businesses are more diverse than ever, and when we relate well with each other, diversity brings incredible opportunities. Cultural awareness helps us to maximize these fantastic global opportunities by mitigating misunderstandings that can derail negotiations, removing miscommunication that can hurt team dynamics, building trust that ensures successful relationships. Richard Lewis grouped cultures into three categories. Each has unique strengths and weaknesses. Linear active cultures. These cultures are task-focused, plan-oriented, and value facts and logic. People tend to prioritize schedules over relationships. Examples include the US, Germany, and Switzerland. Imagine a German team working on a project. They expect every detail to be meticulously planned, clearly structured, and punctually implemented. Multi-active cultures. These cultures are relationship-driven, vibrant, and prioritize emotions and personal connections. People may juggle multiple tasks at once. Examples include Spain, Italy, and Brazil. For example, a Spanish team might spend the first hour of a meeting discussing personal stories to build personal connections and trust before diving into business. Reactive cultures. These cultures value harmony, patience, and listening. Decision-making is often collective, and people avoid confrontation. Examples include Japan, China, and other parts of East Asia. If you had business meetings in Japan, you might have noticed managers listening intently before sharing their thoughts, as they value consensus. Understanding these three categories helps us adapt how we approach differences and build rapport. For example, a German manager might expect clear structure and punctuality, while an Italian colleague may prioritize personal connection and flexibility. If they don't understand each other's cultural values, conflict is inevitable and might become unresolvable. Now, let's bring the Lewis model theory to life. When you are working with team members or clients from a different culture, notice their communication style and adjust communication styles. Remember, with linear active individuals, be direct, factual, and respect their time. With multi-active individuals, build rapport before discussing business. With reactive individuals, listen more, avoid interrupting, and be patient. Pay attention to how teams interact with their bosses and adapt your leadership approach here. And remember, linear active cultures appreciate structured leadership. Multi-active cultures respond to charismatic and personal leaders. Reactive cultures prefer leaders who are calm, inclusive, and diplomatic. Finally, if you find yourself caught in a conflict, to resolve it effectively, remember, linear active cultures use logic and data to resolve disputes. Multi-active cultures focus on restoring relationships. Reactive cultures approach conflicts delicately and strive for harmony. Cultural awareness transforms potential conflicts into opportunities. In one of our future videos, we will look into the GLOBE study that builds further on Lewis's model for cross-cultural communication. When Cultures Collide teaches us that cultural differences aren't barriers, they're opportunities to grow and collaborate. Culture shapes how people think, act, and communicate. And with cultural intelligence, you can avail yourself of the incredible opportunities our globalized world brings to our doorstep. This book summary was brought to you by culturalintelligence.training. Learn cultural intelligence with us.